hope you don't hear my voice, that is not completely fine, it's still scratching. Last week I was ill and I had a very bad cold, pushing me down completely. I was drinking and eating hot things in order to be better in my throat first and then also in my body, because I was feeling cold the whole time. I was missing one of my favorite breakfasts, this bread and tomato. Once I was used to go in an Italian bar to have breakfast like every Italians, to meet friends and to talk a little bit before going to work. But every time that I was eating such brioche and with a cappuccino or coffee, after 2 or 3 hours I was already hungry and I was putting on weight. So in the last few years I've changed completely my way of eating, going back just to simple things. Traveling back and forth, I realize that we are very lucky to live in a territory like Italy, because it's a place in which nature is very, very gentle and gives the best in flavors, in fruit and vegetables, let's say all the year round. Also, we have a great variety of products that unfortunately you cannot find everywhere. So my basic and healthy breakfast when I'm in Italy consists in a bruschetta with tomatoes. So I buy the Tuscan bread the day before and then I make slices and I roast it, then spread on it the garlic. Then I use tomatoes, salt, oil from this olive grove, and fresh, of course, rosmarin from my garden. That's a normal bruschetta you can find in the Tuscan appetizer in all the restaurants around the world. Have it in different varieties with basil, with oregano, with mozzarella cubes, many different variations. Sometimes I prepare the aromatic oil before, so I take the fresh rosemary from the garden and then I put in the oil. And then I leave it for some days, so the aroma of the rosemary then goes inside of the oil, and then when I use it, it is much more tasty. I don't know if in the year 70s was existing the word bruschetta. Anyway, it wasn't that common in my house. So I just remember I had bread with pomodoro struffato. Struffato is a slang word, a Tuscan word that means that the tomato is completely rubbed on the bread. So I remember my grandma was taking a slice of bread and it was rubbing the tomato till it was let's say gone inside of the bread, and the bread of course wasn't toasted like the bruschetta. When my grandma she was rubbing the tomato on the bread, was recommending please don't leave the skin, no piece of tomatoes on it. In any case, now I appreciate it and I leave it completely because it's the best. She was saying it's the best, but I didn't believe. This is grandma flavors. Wonderful. When I was hungry, my grandma was just saying, take bread with pomodoro struffato, and she was carefully choosing the tomatoes, otherwise she was saying, this is not fine to make a pomodoro struffato on the bread, because should have been very mature. That was possible just in summer, of course, but now it's possible to have it all the year round. Of course, now it's the beginning of February and I'm doing it. If these tomatoes comes from Sicily, they are still missing from my point of view a little bit of sun. Anyway, just to have the taste is good to have all the year round. To have Tuscan bread from my point of view is a plus. You can really taste much more the flavor of the things. So in any case, now you know that there is, let's say, another version of bruschetta. There is no bruschetta, but it's pane with pomodoro struffato. So I invite you to try for the next summer when you have good tomatoes. I invite you to try something else. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. This to show you where we are. The sun, you can see the hill. I don't know if you can see them. The high hill there is Chianti. This is the Valeriana. I don't know the word in English. I will check in the dictionary and I will write it down. And in Tuscany it's called the Ceciarello. It's the wild Valeriana. My father and my mother were teaching me how to recognize it in nature, and now I'm checking if there are any others. Can you see this?